Kevin conceding that late must be a tough one to take.
Yeah, bitterly. As you say, going behind and coming back into the game second half and going on to try and win the game, then we caught with one right at the end from a player we highlighted that does that.
It is particularly hard as well when you come out second half, you play so well, you get yourself back in it and you're on top, but it just leaves you open to those counter-attacks.
Yeah, there was one or two counters, but the goal wasn't actually a counter. We had plenty of bodies behind the ball. So yeah, really frustrating on a night that done well to get back in the game, and we looked like we're a team that's going to go on and win it with hopefully a bit of quality. So to lose it's a real setback.
How pleased were you in the second half, the way that your team came out, particularly conceding in stoppage time of the first half as well, to come out and get yourselves back on top? Yeah,
because it was it's a poor goal from our point of view again, just before half time, just basics of where we're playing and what areas we're hitting. So again, a real poor goal. So pleased, second half that we come out and Gussie's got a goal again, and he's the only one contributing at the minute. We need other people to chip in. So yeah, listen, it's one of them that you were 1-1 and we changed it and put Bridgie wide. We're going to try and win the game, but ultimately we've done it with a sucker punch.
Yeah, those changes you make were really attacking because you were on top and you felt you had that intent to go on and win it with those changes.
Yeah, that's and listen, they're the similar changes we've been making for the last 3 or 4 games, because it's all we've got.
The goal then, like you say, you had bodies behind the ball. He's a player that has scored a lot of goals so far this season. What do you feel you could have done better at the end to prevent that?
No, listen, it's on the edge of the box. We've got to get bodies out to stop the shot. I think Nor's there and I think Keenan's just behind him, but could someone else get out and stop the shot? You know it's coming. The one player that you don't want it to around the edge of the box, and he finds space, and give him credit, it's a good finish.
You were really well cheered on this evening by a number of Southend United fans behind the goal, and as ever you went and showed your appreciation, because you've all travelled long ways this evening and all go home disappointed ultimately. Yeah, of course, and I feel for them travelling so far on a Tuesday night, and we thank them for their support. We are trying, and it's a tough period for us now, we know that, but we've got to stick together and try and come through this. We know what we need. I've known what I've needed since the summer. We've got to act on that. We're short of bodies, that's obvious, with injuries, and the squad was short anyway. So we're allowed, when we can act, we will, and we're trying. So it's no secret to what we need. McCauley's come in, he's getting up to speed, had to play the whole game. Keenan's a new player, Monkey's new. So you look at the team that finished last, even the start of the season, there's 6 players missing from there. So we're having to go again and rebuild, and doing that while trying to win football matches, and we're still enough players on there to win games, don't get me wrong, and we should do, because that's not acceptable in terms of results, but we are rebuilding, and we've got to stick together, and we've got to go on the training ground and keep working. How did you feel Macaulay Bonne came through this evening? Yeah, very well. In the end, he's I played him up with Bridgie just because I thought he might blow up and I'd need him coming on, but I ended up putting them together, which I think helped in the second half. But there are only 2 recognised strikers in the club, so that tells you where we're at. Any positive news on that front? Not in the minute, trying, but nothing right now. It's only a week since you won 2-0 at home, and it was very much a great performance, and things change quickly in football, but it's we just heard from one of the consortium who said just trust the process. Is that very much the message, that you just need time to get things to gel? Yeah, of course, and they're doing so much work behind the scenes. We know what we need in the football department to bring it forward, but there's been change which is out of our hands, and there's some that's we couldn't help. There's injuries, and that's just the way it's going. We're a difficult time. We are in a difficult period, there's no shadow about that, but we've got to stick together, as I say, keep working, get bodies in because we need them, and keep going. Thank you.
And so you've been through a lot, and you can get through a lot, can't you, with the ethos that you have got?
Yeah, listen, we always have done, and we've been through some sticky periods since I've been here. I know what's needed, and I know what we can do, and I know what we as a football department can do to get success, and we'll keep working, and we'll be trying to do it.
And what is needed is that sort of new players coming in, I would imagine?
Yeah, it's new players, it's we need a few bodies in, that goes without saying, and that's right throughout the department, and continue to try and improve it. We've had a new goalie coach, we've got new analysts, so there's change right throughout the club, and it ain't going to happen overnight. I knew where we were at the end of last season and what I felt we needed. Things happen that we can't help, so we're rebuilding and trying to make the best of what we've got at the minute, and the players are giving everything, but they need a bit of help as well, because we end up doing the same subs and the same. I think I said the other week with Mike and Bo, it's harsh on them that they probably haven't got on, but they need to be out learning their trade as well, and so we're short.